Thank you. Welcome, Coach Ben Olsen from Houston. We can start.
Ben, you come that close to getting a tie, a result you would have liked. What? How do you feel about a game like that?
Yeah, it stings a little bit in the moment, but afterwards, the thoughts with the staff and the players that it was a heck of an effort from our group, and we live to fight another day. We get our away goal, we lose the game, but the away goal is important, and now we get to go back home and have them at our place, and a lot of really good performances, and we found out some things about ourselves. And that's part of these early games. Score a goal, another goal actually that got called back. That apparently, from what I'm hearing, should not have gotten called back. The more people are looking at that, so that's not a lot of fun to digest that. But that's life. It's a very, very tough team. It's a very tough building to come into. It's smash mouth soccer. It's down your throat constantly. And I thought overall we held up pretty well. Losing a striker in the first portion of the game, who probably will be out for quite a bit, and had to make some changes on the fly. So again, overall, some really good performances, and I'm happy with the overall game and the game plan, and yeah, it would have been nice to tie though.
Go ahead.
And Coach, even though you're going down a goal, how beneficial is it, do you think, going into that second leg at home?
Yeah, we've been pretty good at home last year, and it's a great opportunity for us to kind of stick with that theme this year. But we've turned the page. We have to turn the page very quickly on this match and CONCACAF for a second, and we have a home opener against a very good Kansas City team coming in. So just like that, the season's on us, and it's going to come fast and furious for a while, and we'll deal with St. Louis. Saturday night after we play Kansas City.
Coach Daniel Stevitt, Fox 2 St. Louis. I'm just curious, when we talked in our press conference, you said you almost knew what to expect from a Carnell-led team. Did anything surprise you out there tactically or energy-wise?
No. Yeah, it's a good team, good energy. They know what they're doing. He's a good coach. I got a lot of respect for Bradley on a personal level as well, and also as a coach and what he's done here. I've made it very clear that this is a great addition to this league, and it's fun's the right word to come here because it hasn't been that successful overall. But if you can step back, it's just a great addition to the league. But the way they play is the way they play. It's going to come vertical. It's going to come down your throat, and you're going to have to deal with the physicality of it. The set pieces we know are going to be at a really, really high level, both with service and some of the big boys that are coming through. And Parker's one of them, and he's a handful. And if you give him enough of those, it's hard to keep him off the board.
One more person.
You alluded to Ferreira's injury. What more can you say?
This is a hamstring. Then, when a guy goes down that way, it doesn't look good. So that's part of these seasons sometimes, is you have to weather injuries. And, we got a few guys doing green cards, and Hector's out. Quinones just did an ACL, so he's out for the season. And that's why, adding all that up, I think I have real optimism with this team in losing a game. Usually I'm not so optimistic after losing a game, but for what we've been dealt, I think over the last month, it was nice to see some guys that maybe wouldn't have been in this game have good performances. Brooklyn Rains, a young kid who ends up, unfortunately, on the last play being a part of their goal, had a wonderful game. And it's nice to see some of these guys. Tate Schmidt been out a year for an ACL. He came back and I thought had a good performance. So overall, we'll take the positive from it.
You're weathering a lot.
Yeah, we all are.
Coach, you were able to get some pretty strong overloads, especially kind of on your offensive right side against City in the second half, especially. Was that part of the blueprint, or was that something that just came from switching the ball and just beating the press?
Our overload?
Your overloads.
Well, Griffin does such a good job of getting forward into the attack. He's got good speed. He's got good timing. I thought we could have been more clinical in some of the breaks and some of the opportunities that they afford you here. Again, they're so aggressive, and they can turn you over and get chances. If you saw, they had quite a few of those in the first half, but they also leave themselves exposed. And there's a few moments where if we're just a little cleaner, we get looks like we did against Sebastian, and also the goal itself that, again, I repeat, was not offsides.
Do we have one more question? If that's it, thank you very much.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Everybody.